you're scrolling and you're seeing things that are making you feel bad or less than over and over. And it's not real. Guys, she does not even look like that. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Taylor, co-owner of Vegan Proteins Online Coaching, and today we are going to talk about why you need to stop comparing yourself to pictures you see on the internet. This is actually a very hard topic to cover because it's really easy to talk about this and throw specific individuals under the bus, and I thought really hard about whether or not I wanted to do that because sometimes having very concrete examples can be very helpful in making a point. However, this isn't about any one person or a few people in particular. This is kind of like an epidemic of the internet at the moment, so I decided to leave names out of this, but if you were curious, you can certainly search and find these things on your own. So with the rise of social media, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of these different things, we have seen a huge rise in people comparing themselves to others. In particular, I've seen people comparing their bodies, I work in the fitness industry, their bodies to the bodies of people that they see on the internet, their diet to people they see on the internet, their faces to people that they see on the internet. I used to feel the same way actually a long time ago until I started to figure out some of the secrets of these folks that have really kind of pulled back the curtain, so to speak, on how people achieve these incredible photos and videos online that I think a lot of people just aren't aware of. Basically, the point of this video is that I can promise you when you see those perfect Instagram photos, etc., there is a huge chance that that person doesn't even look like that in real life. I travel to fitness events all over the country. I see some of the biggest names in the industry almost every single month, depending on where I go. And a lot of these people look not a whole lot like they look in their photos online. I mean, the first thing you notice when you walk into one of these rooms is how much makeup everybody is wearing. It's hard to tell on a video or on an Instagram photo or anything because it's so easy to, we've all seen the filters. It's very easy to add a filter and kind of blur your face a little bit and it looks a little bit nicer, right? I think a lot of us are familiar with that, even though it's hard for us to recognize it when we see it. We know it exists. You walk into one of these rooms, it is very obvious. I mean, cake face everywhere. So much cake face. And this is no shade. I wear makeup every single day. I'm just shocked at how much makeup people are wearing that it just never occurred to me that their face was absolutely covered in makeup. You take that and you pair it with these filters, right? That can just make everything look just a little bit nicer, just a little bit younger. And again, no shade. I use filters sometimes. But there's another level with Photoshop and things like Facetune, which is an app that you can download to your phone where you can absolutely tweak every single thing about the way you look. It is crazy. Is your nose too big? We'll just use the slider and you can make it a little bit smaller. Are your eyes too small? Just use the slider and you can make them a little bit bigger. Are you not glowing enough? That's a click. And it goes further than that because it goes to someone's body as well. And in the fitness industry, obviously, this is a really, really important piece because, first of all, forget about all of the airbrushing and Photoshop and all of that. Social media has a success bias, a survival bias, right? The prettiest, best looking people are going to be more popular. That is what you are gonna see when you open these apps because that's how the algorithm works. The more popular something is, the more you're gonna see it. What becomes the most popular, generally speaking, are just like insane physiques, right? So we already have that staring us right in the face. When that's all you see as you're scrolling, you start to think, oh, it's normal for people to look like this, when it's actually not normal. Why don't you see people that look like this at Starbucks? Why don't you see people like this at Walmart? You don't, right? It's very rare if you see somebody that looks like this. But again, I travel to the biggest fitness events in the country almost every single month. And you don't even see physiques that look like that everywhere in these expos. Not even from people whose pictures you've seen online where they do look like that. Because there's a tremendous amount of posing and lighting and getting the best angles that goes into just taking a picture in the first place. And then there's all of the edits that you can make afterwards. So again, Photoshop, From what I understand, I've never used the program, but from what I understand, it's a challenging program to learn how to use, and you need to have a certain amount of skill to do it. Facetune, on the other hand, I've downloaded Facetune on my phone, and I think I'm going to take a picture and put it up here and just show you how quickly I can change it so you guys can see it in real life. Because I think that, without throwing other people under the bus, I think that's the best way for me to show this to you. But these edits afterwards, oh, is your waist too big from that angle? Let me just cinch it in and make it a little bit smaller. Is your butt not big enough? Let me just blow that up and make it a little bit bigger. Shoulders not wide enough? Shoulders too wide? Any of these things. And if it's not crazy enough that you can do it with a photo, you can do it to a video. And there's a million things that you can look up if you search something like Instagram versus reality fails. Instagram versus reality fails or something like that. You will find hundreds, thousands of instances of people that are face tuning their face or their body in a way that is too obvious and they got caught. Some of these people are just, just people trying to fit in, just trying to post something that they feel like fits in with what is considered normal right now. But a lot of these people, and goddamn shame on them, have millions of followers, and they are being very sneaky about it. I never really understood that, because if I meet somebody in person, I can't think of anything that would be more horrifying than for somebody to say,
"Oh wow, you look nothing like you do online."
I would want to crawl into a hole. So I don't know why folks do this, because eventually, if they go out ever, eventually people are going to put the pieces together, but they do. But the fact of the matter is, most people don't work in the industry that I work in, but almost everybody uses the internet. So you're opening your phone, you're scrolling, and you're seeing things that are making you feel bad or less than, or like you're not good enough, over and over and over and over. And it's not real. Guys, she does not even look like that. That's what I'm trying to say. In my own life, I've seen this pop up as a figure competitor, where I've seen people that I was going to compete against posting pictures online, and they'll post like an ab shot or a leg shot, and those particular images look amazing, and I'm like, I'm about to get my butt kicked at this competition. But when we actually get on stage, the head-to-toe physique is not what you would have expected it to be. And I think that's just a matter of, posting your best pictures, which we all do. If I have a picture that I think is really unflattering, do you think it's making it to the internet? No. And I think that's fine, but we need to think about where it's okay to draw that line of putting your best foot forward and putting an imaginary foot forward. I guess the takeaway, this is more of a rant than anything else, but my heart just breaks when people come to me and they say, I want to look like this person, or I've been working so hard, why don't I look like this person yet? And once in a while, the person they're talking about is somebody that I've seen or met in person, and I just fume because I know that that person doesn't even look like that. So we have this army of people walking around feeling like they're not good enough because they don't measure up to so-and-so, when so-and-so is catfishing us all into thinking they look totally different than they actually look. And this doesn't even touch upon other things like crazy extreme dieting or fasting or performance enhancing drugs or plastic surgery, or other craziness. I'm literally just talking about editing your photos into oblivion so you don't look anything like yourself in real life. There's just so many things that I think people aren't aware of, and a lot of this comes with a huge cost. And part of me does feel a tremendous amount of empathy for somebody who has millions of followers and still feels the need to edit the crap out of their pictures to look differently. They must be battling some serious demons, and I do feel empathy for that. However, I think that with great power comes great responsibility, and if you have 1 million followers, it's kind of your responsibility to not mislead them into thinking something is achievable that isn't, especially if they work in the fitness industry. Because then we just slip into what is shady marketing, right? It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. This is a strange industry for sure, but I know that I love what I do. I absolutely love coaching people and helping them improve their lives and their physique and what have you, but I'm under no illusion that the fitness industry doesn't prey upon other people's insecurities. Because the more insecure you feel about yourself, the more money the fitness industry is able to take from you by promising you that they can fix it. There are good people in the fitness industry. I promise there are some really good people with great intentions, but there are way more people just looking to make a quick buck off of your pain and suffering. And I just want people to be aware of that the next time they're scrolling through and they see something that makes them feel not quite good enough. You are good enough. Please remember that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit different. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. This is a very, very important discussion that I wish more people talked about. If you have any requests, let us know. If you're interested in any kind of coaching, check out VeganProteins.com. We have different coaching programs for all different goals and all different budgets. If you like the video, be sure to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, all the things I'm supposed to tell you to do at the end of a YouTube video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.